welcome to the plot. I'm here, it's Tuesday evening, it's just after 6 p.m. I've managed to escape for an hour to get some of the jobs done that we didn't get done on Sunday. So I'm going to be tying in any tomatoes that we didn't get finished, and I'm going to get in the cucumbers tied in and side shooted as well. If you're new here, I'm Lindsay and I garden my allotment here in Yorkshire. My husband Mark helps me out a lot, but I'm the gardener and he's the grafter, really, to be honest with you. So yeah, I would love it if you would stick around, consider subscribing, hit the notification bell to be notified the next time we upload, and please leave me a comment down below. I love to hear from you guys. It's the reason I do it. So yeah, let's get some cucumbers sorted out, eh? Off we go. Right, so before I start on the cucumbers, I'm just going to top the remaining tomatoes that I didn't get done the other day. There's not tons of fruit on the tomatoes, there's certainly not as much as I would have hoped for at this time of year. It's the 20th of August today, but that's this year, hasn't it? This year has been a weird growing year. I have struggled with the motivation to do it. I still love my allotment, don't get me wrong, and it's certainly not, I'm not enjoying it. It's just, it's difficult this year, and I would have hoped for a lot more tomatoes anyway. But I still have a lot of flowers. I just don't know if I'm going to get much from this, so I'm going to top them so that they can put their energy into producing what's already down here. There is a fair bit of fruit, and what I'm doing as well is, as soon as the fruit starts to ripen, I'm taking them home and putting them in a bowl on the windowsill to finish ripening, just so that the plant can use that energy elsewhere. So I'm going to do that now before I get on with the cucumbers, and then the cucumbers are desperately in need of tying up because they're all over the floor in a tangled mess. So we're going to get on with that, but I'm going to top the tomatoes first. Let's get it done. Easier said than done though. I did that one. Is that the one I've done? No, I haven't done that one. I'm going to take that down there. Hello, can you come to me? Because I can't come to you. Hit me on my head. I would have to be very tall. Oh, there's a side shoot there as well. But no wonder I've missed it, because it's about 8 foot up in the air. Can you even see me? I think you're pointing up at the sky. Hello. The tomatoes down this end were mostly shop bought. The Shirleys were grown by my dad, so those tomatoes were all further ahead. But then once we get further down this way, and the ones in the back corner, they were all grown from seed by me, and they were really slow to get growing. They sat in compost, not moving, for ages, and I wasn't sure I was going to get anything out of them at all. But they're doing alright. They're just a little bit behind these ones. So there you go. Right, let's get on. Well, the sun's disappeared and the wind is getting up. Apparently we're due some stormy weather. Typical. So yes, hopefully I'll have enough this time. And I've brought one glove, isn't that good? Cucumbers, spiky little gits, and I've brought one glove. What is wrong with me, honestly? I am going to pick that bag of topsoil up at some point. So I'm going to start from the bottom end, down by the aubergines, which I ate my first aubergine, eggplant if you prefer, this today, and it was very, very good. So yeah, right, let's get started. I'm going to get prickled, aren't I, with these cucumbers? They're going to be spiking me all the time. Start one at a time, eh? The melon, by the way, got killed the other day. Yes, I did. I didn't mean to, but to be honest, there were no large fruits and there were only lots and lots of tiny ones. And at this stage in the year, we're not going to get, in this climate, we're not going to get any melons from that. So it went to melon heaven, I'm afraid. I've got to be careful because I don't want to snap the stems and damage any of the baby cucumbers, but these are very large and are obviously very ready to be done. So I don't know why I'm using gloves because I can't tie knots with gloves. Can you? Can you tie knots with gloves? I can't. This one has already, the one that I propped up on the, up there has already started to tie itself up around. Ow! Ow! See, yeah, it hurts. I don't know. Are there any not spiky varieties of cucumber for next year? Just a reminder, the varieties I'm growing are, the ones I grew from seed are Merlin and Carmen, although I did buy some Carmen from a garden centre as well because mine didn't, again mine were really slow, so I did replace them with some more. That's just kind of hanging there, I guess. And then I bought Mini Cassandra and Femspot. Yeah, so I've got 4 different varieties, 2 small varieties and 1 larger variety. I've got a basket full of them at home that nobody seems to want to eat. I mean, there's only me and my oldest eats them anyway. Well, there's only so many cucumbers and I harvested about 15 the other day, so there's only so many. I don't seem to be able to give them away at the moment either, so the ones I've got now are not very fresh anymore, so I might have to look into donating some. Oh, it's chucking it down, it's chucking it down. Awesome. How have your cucumbers been doing this year? Are they doing alright? Are you getting a good crop? Once I've got them tied up, I can then look for side shoots. Might be a couple to harvest. There were a couple that were close the other day, but I left them. Yeah, they're quite ready. Wow, gotcha. The beastie. Wow, this one is massive. Massive, massive. Full of little bugs. Some snails and slugs, some spiders. I don't mind you spiders. Bugs and snails. I'd really rather you didn't feast on my cucumbers. Well, someone's got to eat. There's some feeding the fauna. Right, okay. That was a beast. This one's attached to something here. I don't know if it's... Oh, you're a side shoot. Okay, you're coming off. It does seem such a shame to take the side shoots off sometimes, but that one is massive anyway, so we really don't need. Shame, because there's a couple of little baby ones growing, but we really don't need those ones. Here you go, what a mess. Lindsay, in the future, keep up to this. Don't let it get like this again, or else. It always amazes me how these seemingly puny stems can support such a large fruit and such a high number of large fruit, actually. So yes, I'm hoping I might have a patty pan to harvest today as well, which would be nice. So yes. I didn't get any last year, but the year before I did, and I really liked them. Really enjoyed them. So I'm going to tie a few because this is a heavy vine with the big cucumbers on that are not quite ready yet. I'm going to tie those on. So I have managed to rope my parents again into having my cherubs, my delightful little cherubs, for tea. Well, not having them for tea, you know. I'm quite fond of my children. Like to keep them. Having them, looking after them for a couple of hours on Thursday evenings so that Mark and I can come again and do some more work on the plot, because there is an awful lot of weeding to do, and well, I really appreciate his help, to be honest with it. Yes, there's a couple of tomatoes I didn't get done down here. One of them is this one. She's almost is upside down now, so let's get this one. Actually, we'll get the one at the back of it done first. There's still a few side shoots actually that I've missed somehow. maybe I couldn't see it, but the one in front that was definitely not went down the other day. Get a good water. It's still damp around the base, so yeah. Come on, you. That little side shoot out. Let's get that side shoot out as well. Let's get you tied up. Oh, it's raining. Right. We'll do this without hurting you. Okay. I did find last year that the amethyst jewel and the blue beauty grew a bit unusually, so shall we say. Again, it could be down to my my skills as a tomato grower, which are severely lacking, I'd say. Yeah, anyway. Now, I haven't topped these ones yet, so off they come. Some of them aren't that big, but they're still not going to produce. But even if they're not that big, they're still not going to produce fruit from out of there. I knew I'd left this bag of topsoil for something. Take the side shoot. Take the top. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, this one's not so big. It's taller than me, but it's not massive, so I'm still going to take that. I'm still going to do it. So the top, the apical meristem, is where a large amount of the growth hormone lives. And so when you remove that, like when you pinch out your dahlias and your cosmos, you're basically encouraging lateral growth rather than vertical growth, which is what we want when we're trying to produce lots of flowers or fruit or all of the above. I feel all tall. I'm stood on a bag of topsoil. So that's these ones done, and the cucumbers are done. It looks a lot better. Yeah, you can tell some of the tomato leaves have got a little bit scorched. I'm hoping that's what it is anyway. So it's chucking it down now. So much for the nice weather. So I think I might have to get a bit soggy and get out in the rain and see if there's anything left to harvest. Wish me luck. Chucking it down. I got this. I got a green one. I think it's okay. I think it's a bit like, I've had them before and they were like courgettes. Can you hear me over the road? But I've just had a quick look at the mashed potato squash and there's loads under there. I didn't even realise there were any under there. I'm really excited. So now I need to get on Google and see when to harvest them. So I don't know if it's too early to be harvesting them, or I don't know if they're better harvested now. I really don't know. Winter squash, not something I've had a great deal of experience in. Gardening in a small garden, not really a lot of room for massive big pumpkin vines. So I'm going to turn you off and I'm going to get Googling. That's where we need to go to, in there. Look at all the weeds in and amongst the squash. I'm going to take you out there and we're going to have a look. So, if this is the last video you see from me, you know I killed my phone in the rain. Okay, off we go. I'm going to show you this squash. We're going to have a look at this one. It's just here first, and we'll see how that one's getting on as well. He's moved my archers. Oh look. It didn't help anyway. That one hadn't pollinated. Look, we've got one here, look. That's looking good. I think it's better up on there, isn't it? That's good. That one is insert words beneath. There you go. Hopefully you'll know by now. This is the sweet potato one, I believe, because this is more like a vine. I don't know if we've got any on here. None so far, but oh look, we've got a little patty pan there, but that's not ready yet. That's only tiny. I think we have another one in here. This is my other patty pan. This is the green one. We have another couple, but I'm going to let them get a bit bigger. But in here, this is where I'm excited. Look, can you see some white? Can you see? Oh gosh, look at that! Yeah, I can still make dints. So I've looked and it says you shouldn't be able to make dints in the skin. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, there's another one over there. I am getting so soaking wet, but I don't care because I'm excited. So yeah, that's brilliant. Very excited. Right, as you're already soggy, let's get over here. Runner beans. The beds we don't speak of. I've got new beds for here. I think I've already told you that. These ones up here. Yeah, they're not producing yet. Dahlias will like this weather. They're looking a bit better now. Still need weeding though, but that's not happening now. I can tell you. Oh, we've got a squash on there. Can you see in there? No, I can't zoom in on this camera mode. It's between the leaves there's something. But over here, we've got two gorgeous cheeky curries. Now, I assume the same's there. That's still not ripe yet. And that one, look at those. Beautiful colour. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, my courgettes here. Defender and Black Beauty. Oh, look. Looky. Which one are you? You are Defender. That's wonderful. We can harvest you. I once did this, you know, just yanked a courgette up and the whole plant just flew up with it. So I do try to be a bit careful. We'll leave the little tiny one. But yeah, look at that. Look at the runners, honestly. Get on with it, Lindsay. So that's great. That's really great. Is it worth getting soggy for? Yeah. I don't think we've got any beans yet. We've got flowers though. But these are all growing for beans to freeze anyway, so I really should get in and weed this, but not now. Not now, because I'm only wearing a thin shirt and it's cold now. So yeah, let's just nip down this end because we've got our pumpkin down here as well. Still haven't moved that. This is jack-o'-lantern. I think we might just get the one from this plant, but that's all right. Some more cheeky curries there, and they are actually producing. There's a couple of baby ones there with some flowers on, and there's another one at the bottom end there. Our only two French beans, climbing green beans, should be there as well. Hopefully. I'm not going to stick around to find out though. Let's get inside before my phone dies. It's chucking it down, but the sun is still shining. Somewhere there will be a rainbow. I don't know if you can see the rain on the screen, but I am going to go back to the polytunnel now, harvest what I can, and then get home because it is, well, chucking it down. There's only actually one ready for harvesting, but that's good because I think I've got quite a few at home still. So yes, I might leave some of the tomatoes on actually. Just seen a side shoot. Just seen about 3 side shoots. I need to look back at old videos and look at what the first tomato variety is because they're not hugely useful. They're a little bit tough. Baby plums, I don't know if it's something to do with the climate, the weather, the watering schedule or lack thereof, but yes, they are. Can you see that? Is it going to focus on you and not me? Let's have a look. There you go. Yeah, so I don't know if they are going to be any, well, they're all right. I wouldn't grow them again, but anyway, yeah, there's not much else to harvest. Yeah, kind of pointless. So I'm going to look back and I will let you know what the variety is here. So let me know if you've grown whatever this is and tell me, is this typical? I'm also growing honeycomb, can you see? This year, and I think it was Kerry at Dog on the Plot the other day was talking about trying them versus sun gold. They're nice, but I would go back to sun gold next year. I'm not growing sun gold this year, but I will be growing them again next year because they are a really nice, if you want an orange cherry tomato, they're really good. Money maker, can't go wrong. It's not ripe yet, but it will ripen in a windowsill at home. I'm going to get a few of them. Sometimes the boring varieties are the best, you know? Sometimes they really are. That being said, I do hope to experiment with a few different varieties next year. I might not grow quite so many different ones. I might grow my staple crop, like a few of, and then, you know, a few experiments on the other side. I don't think I'm going to grow 11 cucumber plants anyway. Definitely not. Okay, so I think it looks a lot better. The cucumbers certainly look better up there. Got it in a wide angle for you, so it looks a little bit weird shaped. But yes, there you go. We've got some, I only managed to harvest one, but that's fine. The rest are a bit pointy still. They look a bit sad and unhappy, but they've just been dragged out from a big mass. There's lots of little ones on there, so we should get a good crop still. And the tomatoes, we do have a few. There are some plants that don't seem to have much at all on them, maybe one or two trusses, but you know, like I said earlier, some you win and some you win slightly less. So yes, there you go. That's not a bad little harvest there. We've got a courgette that I almost missed. So this one is Striata de Napoli. I was telling you the other day that the other ones I harvested were, but they weren't. They were Caserta. We've got the Defender one in there as well. We've got a Caserta one there. Some tomatoes, a patty pan, a couple of aubergines because that one was getting nibbled and it's nice and shiny. And this one as well. These are Black Pearl. This is what I had. I had one of these, my first one for lunch today, and it was really, really nice. Oh, I appear to have got a Kia in there as well. I don't want to lose those. So I'm going to go home and get dry now. So thank you so much for watching, and as I said at the beginning, please consider subscribing. I would love to see you back here again, and say hi in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. I've seen something else. I'm getting you. I'm coming for you. Okay, now we can go home.